And then we are here for the NCAA Women's College Soccer scores for Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. So we are just in conference tournaments, except for the West Coast Conference. They never do conference tournaments for any of their sports. The only ones they do conference tournaments for, the only sport they do conference tournaments for is like men's basketball, or the men's women's basketball, because every conference does, it's sort of like the most popular sport. So you kind of want to, so. So anyways, we have huge in the Southland. We have the Southland quarterfinals. Today there are 8 teams that made the Southland tournament, so the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. And then we had the SEC for 12 teams made the SEC tournament. Could be all the teams. And then the SECs. And then we had the first round on Sunday. The top 4 got by in the second round. Top 4 got by in the second round. And Vanderbilt wins. And Vanderbilt with the bye wins 2-1 over Alabama. Bowling Green. Was 4-3 in penalty kicks. Bowling Green win 1-4-3 in penalty kicks. They do. And that was a scoreless game. Now that the Columbus Crew Stadium closed to have these college soccer tournaments or college soccer championships. They rent like MLS teams or NWSL teams, or maybe some of them might be at campus sites. Others are at bigger teams. Like I know Big Ten is doing that. A home of they did Purdue for the first round in quarterfinals, and then the semifinals and finals are an energized team in St. Louis, home by the St. Louis soccer team. So they might not pay a lot for rent this team, but they might get a little better deal. But still, the Steam owner can make some money on it and stuff like that. Some money back on their Steam investment. And they can host other things like concerts. And maybe this, like if they host like the state soccer tournaments there, or like for high school, because a lot of them like high school, college, or like the college team or the professional team. It's for their sport team if they have one. At least the college sports team. Nearby. Maybe close. So. Or maybe they rotate through. Like the Division 1, say colleges in the state. There's multiple throughout the year. Maybe. Something. For that sport. Big ones. And then this will Bowling Green 1-4-3 penalties in the back. Some fouls. And then Thursday is the Southland 8 in SEC semifinals with a bunch of semifinals. And the Friday will be the championship. And then Friday will be also the Conference USA championship game. And Northwest State won the second quarterfinal. They take advance to play Houston Christian. And then I'll be in 5 Eastern on Thursday. 4 local time, which is where the game is played in Central Time. It's Texas A&M. All the teams in Texas are in the Central Time zone. There's a little bit of Texas, like the Apostrophe, that's in Mountain. And then we win in overtime though. Georgia, number 19 Georgia, wins in penalty kicks over Kentucky, and they won 5-4. So they advance to the Eastern game to play Vanderbilt. Which I'm surprised it's a later game, those two. And then the teams that play later actually play the earlier game on Thursday, which I'm surprised by. And we have Liberty who advances to play after a 2-0 win, they advance. And then Western Michigan, 1-0 win. All State, so Bowling Green and Miami will have the MAC championship, the MAC Women's Soccer Championships, the championship game final, and CLS advance. And with a 4-2 win ability because we're texting Corpus Christi. They advanced to play Lamar, who won 2-1, or Southeastern Louisiana. That's the Eastern 7 local game. And then Missouri on Thursday Central Time. Missouri State plays Middle Tennessee, or beat Middle, and that's a Friday game with Liberty. And Missouri State, the 8 seed Missouri State, will play Liberty, who is hosting it, and they'll play Friday. And then Western Michigan, and then you have Mississippi State, and beat number 4 Arkansas 2-1, and number 25 LSU shuts out number 14 Tennessee 2-0. So that's Mississippi State, LSU, and 25 LSU at 4:03 Eastern. And then you have it's Missouri State Liberty at noon Eastern on Friday. In that one. And then on the 6th, you can see here, there's a bunch of conferences that play on Thursday. They're at semifinals. You have 4:30 Eastern. It says 3:30 because it's time in Central Time. We have Mississippi State and LSU at 4:30 Eastern. And then we have Some Eastern number team Georgia right about some Eastern. Thursday we have a bunch of the Big West semis. Some of these semis from campus site. Could be campus sites, could be a neutral site, not sure. I have the Semi Plus, Semi Network, because it's on Mako Sports Network and you have to pay a subscription service. Some are like Big Ten. There's that Big Ten Plus is because I'm a Big Ten fan. And so we'll go first. Yeah, the SWAC quarterfinals on Thursday with the SWAC quarters, and then it could be Friday the SWAC semifinals maybe, and Sunday is the SWAC championship final. SWAC women's SWAC soccer champ. They don't sponsor men's soccer, so it's SWAC soccer championship final, and then you have the ACC quarters, or the ACC semis. My bad. ACC quarters was where top 6 teams advance. Top 6 advances in the points table. Top 2 got buys, and then 3 through 6 play on campus sites. And yeah, and then you have that Ohio Valley Conference, where like the top 8 made it, but 5 through 8 played at the site of the 4 and 3 seeds. They do. And then you have then the win Vance. They got by, and then Southern Indiana upset beat Eastern who got the bye. So they play the 3 and 2 seeds get the double bye as semis. And they play like conference day, like Thursday played last week. Thursday was the first one. Quarterfinals was Saturday. And then Thursday is the semifinals, and Sunday the night will be the championship. Then we have the Big East semifinal. All these championships will be playing on Sunday. Will be Thursday, Sunday. All of them, but some of them might be Wednesday, Saturday. You know, like 10. Like Big South. Or Big South actually plays on Thursday, but all of them like most of the ones that play Wednesday, like that Big Sky, the WAC, the Sun Belt, the Big West, Sun Belt, or the not Big West, Big West is Thursday, but Big Sky, I meant Big Sky on Wednesday, the WAC, the Sun Belt, the Mountain West, like 10, the Big 12 and all that, they might play on Saturday. I know a lot of them will play. And then the ones that play Thursday, they'll definitely play Sunday. They give the SWAC semis on Friday, the SWAC quarter or final on Sunday. They might try to get that covered, so that'll be Sunday. The Summer League will probably be Sunday for their championship. most likely the same with the Ivy League, the Horizon League, the Missouri Valley Conference, Big Eight, the NEC, the American. You have the Big South. I know the Big Ten will be on Sunday for sure. Big Ten's on Sunday, the American East. And you have the SEC's on Sunday because Saturday is SEC football. So they're overlapping SEC football. So Sunday is the SEC soccer championships. And then big, because they don't sponsor men's soccer. I mean, the schools have men's soccer, but they feel like the Sun Belt. You don't have teams of men's soccer. You have a men's, have it be like the minimum requirement for a Division One men's soccer conference. And then you have OVC, the Southland, Big East, ACC, Patriot League campus sites, on the American East campus sites, the Metro Athletic Conference, Big West, 10, like I said, so there's just a bunch of games. So and then you have all the OW West Coast Conference only plays on Saturday, and they all play at 4 Eastern, which is 1 p.m. Pacific, and they're doing that so there's no game. So if you know like what seed you want to be, like if you have want to, maybe if so like who you have if you're already number one seed, say locked up. If you have the number one seed locked up, or don't have locked up after if your game was later, you would have the number one seed locked up. Depending on an early result. Well, then you can then you can like maybe like press some players, more. It's like you get an advantage. So this way you don't get an advantage unless your seed is already known, and you can't remember what happens. You can't like change it. Then maybe, but otherwise, yeah, you're not doing that. So, and your opponent, so either way. Then we have then on Sunday because they don't do a conference tournament. Then you have we'll see. Yeah, that's it for NCAA men's soccer.